Insta360 spent the last month teasing a camera the internet had already unwrapped. The box leaked, the retail photos leaked, the battery number leaked, and a European retailer leaked the price before Insta360 posted a single frame of its own marketing. So the only real surprise left is the receipt, because the Insta360 X5 launched at $549, and every credible listing puts the Insta360 X6 somewhere between $670 and $800. Insta360 is promising 1-inch imaging, custom Sony sensors, a rebuilt triple AI chip, and 8K 360 capture. Read the sensor wording slowly though, because one small word in that claim is carrying an enormous amount of weight. August 12th makes it official. Here is what the leaks got right, what the teaser quietly admitted, and whether waiting 4 days beats the camera already sitting on shelves. Insta360 confirmed the date and almost nothing else, which is a strange move for a company whose product had already been photographed sitting on a retailer shelf. The X6 cleared the FCC on July 3rd, which is the regulatory equivalent of a camera clearing its throat before it speaks. And 2 weeks later, the marketing images arrived early. By late July, the rollout had stopped being a mystery and started being a countdown. Roland Quant of WinFuture found the first retail listing images showing a finished production body rather than a prototype, with the shorter and wider shape everyone is now talking about. Igor Bogdanov, a leaker with an uncomfortably good record on this exact kind of material, posted the official retail packaging on July 25th. A Reddit user then photographed the camera in hand next to the X5 and GoPro's discontinued Max, and a Romanian retailer went ahead and unboxed the entire thing on video. At that point, the box was doing a better job than the press release. Then the official teaser landed, running under the line "Inspiration in Every Direction," with the clip itself captioned "Rethink 360." Insta360 confirmed the 12th of August, opened a giveaway for an X6 travel bundle, and described the camera as a decade in the making, which is a bold way to describe a product arriving 16 months after the last one. What the teaser did not do was contradict a single major leak, which tells you those leaks were solid. It did, however, choose its words about the sensor with surgical care, and that is where this gets interesting. The headline everyone repeated was 1-inch sensors, and the headline is wrong, or at the very least, early. Insta360's own teaser says 1-inch equivalent, and equivalent is doing all the labor in that sentence. A physical 1-inch sensor is a measurement you hold a caliper to. 1-inch equivalent is a claim about usable imaging area during 360 capture, which is a different animal wearing the same jacket. DJI ran this exact play with the Osmo 360, marketing 1-inch equivalent while shipping sensors that physically measure 1/1.1 inch in a square configuration. Early WinFuture reporting put the X6 on dual 1/1.1 inch Sony sensors, and Insta360 still has not published a physical dimension anywhere. What nobody disputes is the direction of travel, since the X5 uses 1/1.28 inch sensors, so whatever lands inside the X6 is gathering meaningfully more light than the camera it replaces. Translate that into your Friday night. 360 footage stretches every pixel across an entire sphere, so darkness punishes these cameras harder than any normal action camera, and a dim bar at 11 at night usually turns into a smeared soup of noise and blotchy skin tones. Bigger sensors are the only honest fix for that, which is why this claim matters more than the resolution on the box. The trade-off is simple and worth saying out loud, because until somebody films a real street at night with a production unit, 1-inch equivalent is a promise rather than a result. There is a contradiction sitting in the middle of this spec sheet, and nobody has cleaned it up yet. Multiple leaks point to 8K at 50 frames per second, while the retail packaging Igor photographed prints 8K at 30 frames per second, next to a low light mode called Pure Video. Both are likely true, describing different modes for different jobs, and the launch will sort out which headline Insta360 chooses to lead with. 50 frames per second in full 360 is the upgrade worth caring about, because it hands you clean half-speed slow motion without dropping resolution, so a bike drop or a wave breaking over the lens holds its detail instead of turning into a smear. Single lens shooting is rumored to unlock 5K at 60 frames or 4K at 120, with 11K time-lapse in full 360 mode. Stills are reported at 42 megapixels per lens, stitching to roughly 120 megapixels across the sphere. Color is where the X6 stops being an action camera and starts auditioning for real work. Leaks point to 10-bit color in 360 mode, alongside iLog, Dolby Vision, and an updated adaptive tone system for mixed lighting. In practice, 10-bit is the difference between a sunset you grade into something cinematic and a sunset that bands into ugly stripes the moment you touch the shadows. Walk from harsh noon sun into a shaded doorway, and that extra color information is what keeps faces from going gray. Forget the sensor for a second, because the most useful number in this entire launch is printed on the front of the box, and it is 140 minutes. That figure covers continuous 8K 360, recording at 30 frames per second, powered by a 2,600 mAh battery. Insta360 is branding extra extreme. For context, the X5 manages around 88 minutes at 8K, so this is roughly a 50% jump in the mode people complain about most, and some leaks push single lens recording as high as 233 minutes. The body changed to match. The X6 is shorter, wider, and boxier than the elongated X5, landing closer to the proportions of the Osmo 360, with the front buttons gone and two controls moved to the side. If you mount on a helmet or a chest rig, that lower profile is a genuine comfort win, rather than a spec sheet flourish, because a tall camera on your skull becomes a lever every time you turn your head. The screen has been redesigned too, and Insta360 has hinted at a rebuilt interface it refused to show. Durability got the same treatment. Leaks put waterproofing at 20 meters without a case, up from roughly 15 on the X5, and the swappable lens system returns as Replaceable Lenses 2.0. Anyone who has scraped a bulging 360 lens against a rock understands why this feature alone keeps people loyal to Insta360, since a scratched lens on a sealed rival means shipping the camera away and waiting. In the box, you get a 114-centimeter invisible selfie stick, a silicone lens cap, a pouch, and a USB-C cable. The strangest part of this launch has nothing to do with glass. The X6 is rumored to run a revamped triple AI chip built on a 4-nanometer process, which shifts a large chunk of processing off your phone and onto the camera itself. Anyone who has waited 20 minutes for an 8K export while their phone turned into a hand warmer understands exactly why that matters. One rumored feature called PanoMind takes it further by rendering your finished edit while the camera charges, so the work happens overnight instead of eating your morning. There is also talk of cloud editing powered by Google Gemini, though nobody knows whether that means gentle suggestions or full automatic reframing and highlight generation. The feature nobody is talking about enough is automatic license plate blurring, which quietly saves road creators hours of manual masking every single week. Then there is the 3D story. Insta360 has partnered with a platform called Splatica to turn a 3 to 5 minute 360 walk into a photorealistic 3D Gaussian splat, an explorable scene you open in a browser with no headset required. Reports suggest this workflow is heading into the app itself and works on the X4 and newer, so it is not an X6 exclusive, which is genuinely decent behavior from a company with every incentive to lock it down. The honest caveat is that the Gemini integration remains undefined, and regional availability for some of these AI features is still unclear. Now the part the teaser skipped entirely. European retail listings put the standard X6 at around €689, with an Essentials bundle near $789, and United States estimates land between roughly $670 and $800, with a loaded bundle nudging $900. The X5 launched at $549 and now sells closer to $500, so you are being asked for well over $100 more for a camera nobody outside the review embargo has tested. The competition makes that math harder, not easier. The Osmo 360 already shoots 8K at 50 frames, carries roughly 105 gigabytes of internal storage, and shoots 10-bit D-Log-M, and it has been discounted to as low as $413 during sales. That is potentially half the price of an X6 for a camera that solved the frame rate problem a year ago, which is the single strongest argument for waiting on reviews before you pre-order anything. Here is the honest split. If you shoot client work, weddings, or travel this month, the X5 is a settled, proven camera with replaceable lenses and a $29 repair kit, and it is about to get cheaper the moment the X6 lands. If low light is the reason your footage keeps disappointing you, wait, because the sensor jump is the entire point of this generation, and no firmware update fixes physics. August 12th is not a reveal at this stage. It is a confirmation, and the box already told us most of it. The X6 looks like the biggest X-series jump in years, with a real sensor upgrade, a battery that finally survives a full afternoon, and an AI pipeline doing work your laptop used to do. The asterisk is the price, and the word equivalent, and the fact that DJI is selling a very good rival for hundreds less. So which number decides it for you, the sensor claim or the 140 minutes? Tell me below.